No one is innocent. Everybody loves power.
That's true.
What I want for my country is peace and quiet and security. Whether that was Gaddafi bringing it for me, I would vote for him till I die. If it wasn't Gaddafi, I mean, if he would have...
Well, that's it. No one wants a foreign occupation, which is, what the Obama tried to it's just, let me just tell you that from the American standpoint, it doesn't make any sense. It was one of the stupidest policies ever promulgated in Washington, that we're going to create an Al-Qaeda leadership in any country is just is baffling stupidity, dangerous stupidity. It's mind destroying. It's impossible to grasp who could have, why, how, stupid.
Do you know how many sorties were done in our country? 60,000 sorties.
God.
More than of the World War II in Libya. In Libya.
Yes.
A small country, a big land, but a small country. 60,000 sorties. Not even in the Second World War, where there were so many sorties being given. NATO ran out of the depleted uranium bombs and begged Germany to give her to collect some from her. And while she refused, she was attacked. She was supposed to take a helicopter to go from one place of Germany to another place. And for some reason, she decided not to take the helicopter, and the helicopter exploded on air. That was a message for her to understand that she has to abide by NATO. So Libya right now is the worst nightmare for the whole of Europe and the United States. And if in my power, I swear to you, I'm going to do whatever I can to get the truth out. I've sent you a message of what my new article will be. There is a lot of things written, and the whole truth is coming out, whether America likes it or not. The unfortunate thing is, I have been threatened.
You have been threatened?
Of course I have.
Of course you have, yes. Have the internal Libyans figured out who you are?
Some of them have.
Oh. Al-Fatah. There's a reason why we're using a pseudonym for a code name for Al-Fatah today, because the people who do these things are brutal murderers. Libya's detention centers. Libya has many secret prisons where the conditions are horrific. And Doctors Without Borders, I condemn Doctors Without Borders. I despise Doctors Without Borders. Actually went in and assisted in the torture of prisoners. And Doctors Without Borders finally left after several months doing this. They complained that they were in the prisons and they were being asked to heal people enough so when they were being tortured so that they could be revived and then returned to the torture sessions and kept alive so that they could. And that's what Doctors Without Borders pulled out. But these prisons are horrific. And
do you know that NATO has still an embargo from 2011 for food, medicine, water, fuel in Libya?
God, what stupidity.
You know that they still have embargo on everything. We cannot import things inside the country.
How are they buying food? Well, I'll tell you something.
Well,
everyone I hear from says they wish Gaddafi was still in power. Everyone says this.
We are importing it from Tunis or from Egypt or from Malta.
Okay.
But with a great difficulty. Do you know we cannot vaccinate our children? Do you understand that women that they want to give birth to their kids, they cannot? They don't have the the necessary tools anymore.
The medicines.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this is
God.
the embargo of NATO. The committee, the Citizens Committee to investigate Benghazi is doing a poor job and trying to cover everything up in Libya. And they are using all the tools that they have in their hand, and they are feeding the mass media with more lies about the Benghazi Gate.
Well, now let me tell you something. It is the Citizens Committee that just released this report on AFRICOM. And I thought it was actually, by American standards, it was pretty hard-hitting, to be honest with you. I thought it was pretty good.
They couldn't do anything about it. They had to. They had to. There was too many people coming out. There was, an American, an ex-CIA guy, I can't remember his name now. He has a blog. He said that if all bloggers unite, the truth will come out. And that is what happened in Libya and in Syria. So all bloggers are uniting. We are exchanging information between us. This thing with AFRICOM, we knew, we have brought it out. So somebody, somewhere, somehow, they had to investigate it. They could not discard it because the general was put into jail. The lower guy took his place. And the cover-up was for Benghazi stems from the White House. It was a cover-up.
Oh yes, I believe that. But let me tell you something that is now happening. Because of ISIL.
Hold on. Benghazi Gate is a CIA operation.
Yes.
So the committee, the Citizens Committee, has to clear a clean bill for the CIA. Do you understand that? I think you should know that. I mean,
yes.
You've worked with them. You know.
Oh, yes, I know. They have to give the CIA, they have to exonerate the CIA in the process of it.
Exactly.
But something is happening that I think is affecting, that surprised me. Now I take credit for this with my fellow radio host Popeye from federaljack.com. Through these people called the Moriartys.
Yeah.
They were in Libya, and they were submitting video documentation that they were collecting from sources, their sources inside the country. They were sending it to me, and on federaljack.com, we posted the very first library of war crimes in Libya, bar none. And the video evidence of what these Al-Qaeda terrorists were doing, and we were the very first people to identify them as being Islamic radicals who were coming in from Afghanistan and Iraq, and we were documenting this. So I have to say that I've paid attention to it from that angle from day one. And I've known all along that we were pushing these, that, I knew immediately what was going on. I knew from like April, May, June, that these were Al-Qaeda fighters coming in and Islamic radicals. But what I saw this week, the Citizens Committee to investigate Benghazi dealt a pretty harsh blow, Al-Fatah.
Hold on a minute. Let me tell you something.
Okay, you don't like the committee, but they did something.
No. The Citizens Committee, they called me through Skype.
Okay.
They got in touch with me.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I am afraid because, I'm afraid, I think I have blood in my hands because I blurted a name that was involved in the Stevens assassination.
Oh.
2 days later, this man was kidnapped and shot. That is why I am furious. That is why I am saying that they are covering up their asses. Okay.
Okay, so you knew one of the. I had said, I think I did not identify you. I mean, I know they listen. I know, the spooky people would know who you are.
Yeah, they do.
They know who you are.
Of course,
And I had said that I had been putting out that you have, inside sources who were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that you had inside, but not because I wanted anything bad to happen to you, but that you had inside sources who were present on the scene when it happened, and that you're a highly credible source. That you're anti-terrorism, and you're highly responsible and highly credible.